Today we are back in Mount Dora, Florida, checking out a brand new community where our builders are currently offering to pay your closing costs on top of giving you guys a lowered fixed interest rate for the entire duration of the loan. And one of the best parts being that we are in a premier location situated just 10 minutes away from downtown Mount Dora on top of other big developments. So whether you're looking to invest or you're looking for your forever home, this might be just the perfect stop for you. So if that sounds interesting to you guys, make sure you stay tuned because you're not going to want to miss this one. And now before we continue with our tour, I want to make sure you guys know where we are located. And today we are in Mount Dora, Florida. Now Mount Dora is located north of Orlando, being just about 50 minutes away from downtown, with Orlando offering things like our world-class attractions and theme parks, as well as professional sporting teams and so much more. Now our community is going to be circled and marked by the pin drop, and one of our most notable features about our community is that we're going to be located just 10 minutes away from Mount Dora's historic downtown. And we are currently live out Mount Dora's historic downtown area, which is home to many boutique shops like thrift stores, art studios, as well as cozy cafes. And we can't forget about the amazing water views at Lake Dora, which is what our historic downtown was built around. And most notably, one of my favorite places to stop when I'm downtown in Mount Dora is going to be Wave Sushi. Now they are a sushi restaurant that makes a play on their food. They do a lot of sushi artwork. So they make sushi burgers, sushi tacos, sushi hot dogs, sushi pizza, sushi burritos, pretty much any food that you might normally eat on a day-to-day basis. They got a sushi version of it. So if you guys are into sushi, I know we don't do the vlogs anymore. You guys gotta let me know. Should we bring the vlogs back? If you're new here, you probably aren't familiar with the vlogs, but if you like this vlog-esque kind of style, let me know, because I would honestly love to bring them back. But next time you guys are in Mount Dora, or if you're ever in Mount Dora, make sure to stop by and try out Wave Sushi if you're into that. With that being said, I'll meet you guys back at the model home. Peace. Welcome back, everyone. And if you're new here, my name is Dylan Concepcion, a real estate advisor in the Central Florida area, and I help people buy, sell, and relocate to Central Florida. So if you're thinking about making a move, reach out to us because we'd love to help you make that decision. My information is going to be on the screen as well as in the description. And now before we jump into today's tour, I want to make sure you guys know a little bit about what's going on in our community. And our community has homes ranging in sizes from 1,800 square feet going all the way to above 2,700 square feet. And we're going to have base pricing starting in the 420s, trickling all the way up to the 480s. And the home we're going to be checking out today is our Longleaf. It has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, sitting on 2,036 square feet of living space with a 2-car garage. And before we kick this home tour off, I want to make sure you guys are aware that at the end of the video, we go over a numbers breakdown detailing things like our loan options, down payments, as well as what you can expect a monthly payment to look like. So if you're curious about the educational side of this home tour, make sure you guys stay tuned to the end of the video for that. So with that being said, let's kick this home tour off, and I'll meet you guys at the front of the home. Let's go. Welcome back, everybody. Now we are back in our community Trailside, which we just toured last week, and we were checking out a bigger model. Today we're checking out a smaller one, so if you're more interested in larger homes, go check out last week's video because that one was a really nice one. And we're going to kick off today's home tour stepping off outside of the home. And what we're going to see is that we have a different elevation than the home you guys just saw in our drone shots, and I'm just showcasing the difference in elevation and options you guys have. On this one, you will see that we get stacked stone, as well as the same pavers going all the way up to our front door, as well as our 2-car garage. And now our garage is actually going to be 8 feet tall. So if you guys have a work van or a large truck, there's no need to worry. your vehicle will be able to fit in this one. So let's go ahead and walk towards the front of the home. I want to point out, and one thing to keep in mind is that those are standard features. 8-foot garage as well as our pavers. Those are standard features, and our community has some other really good ones, which we'll go over right now. Another one being our Ring doorbell that is going to come included along with our electronic keypad to get into the home, of course. And then this glass window that we have on our door. Now, every home is going to be different, but every single home in this community is going to have glass, some sort of glass on the front door. Now, stepping into the home, we are going to walk into a long and narrow foyer where you guys are going to see we have upgraded tile flooring. This tile flooring is going to be 12 by 24 with a marble-like design. And we have 8-foot door frames inside of our home, and that is going to be a standard feature. Something that isn't going to be standard is going to be just above me. We have tray ceiling. Be at the very front of our foyer as soon as you step into the home. And remember guys, that is not going to be a standard feature. And keep in mind, we are walking through an inventory home. So if you ever see anything you guys don't like, keep in mind, inventory home. But if you do like the floor plan and you want to customize it yourself, then we're going with a to be built. Next up is going to be this small little section here where we're going to get our first bathroom just behind me and bedroom number 1 just on this side. So let's check out bedroom number 1. In bedroom number 1, we switch from our ceramic tiles onto our cozy carpets. And we're gonna get a single front-facing window inside this bedroom, which brings in a decent amount of natural light on a sunny day. Now, one thing I don't like about this inventory home is that we don't get a light in this bedroom. I know. There is a spot for the recessed lighting. If you guys wanted to add one in, you would have to do it after you close. Now, if you're building from the ground up, that's something you can add. This is just a builder designed quick move in. So they chose not to put it inside the bedroom. Just behind me though is going to be our French doors that take us directly to our walk-in closet. And you're gonna have a decent amount of hangability space inside here with that single shelf. And if you guys ever wanted to add more space, then of course you just add more shelves in order to maximize, obviously, the living you're getting inside this closet. Next up is going to be our bathroom, which is just outside of our bedroom and to my right. So let's check out our first bathroom. In bathroom number 1, we are going to have a shower tub combo and a single vanity sink. Now, our single vanity sink is going to have white cabinets along with our nickel finish hardware, and we're going to have the upgraded quartz countertops on our sink. Now, we have a shower tub combo in this bathroom with those ceramic tiles going all the way up to the ceiling. And one of my favorite parts is that is going to be a standard feature. And that's not usually a standard feature. If you're new to new construction in Florida, most builders will throw a plastic insert in or some ceramic tiles that go about 3/4. But having that ceramic tile that touch the ceiling, that is a huge for a standard feature. Definitely something I love to see. We continue stepping down our foyer. To the right of me is going to be a flex space. Now we have a little hall on this side as well. Let's talk about our flex space first. We're going to have these upgraded French doors with glass that take us into this flex that has a single side facing window. And again, we're switching from our ceramic tiles onto our cozy carpets in this room. Now, if you're unaware of what makes a bedroom and not a flex office study, is simply that we just don't have a closet in here. A closet and a window make a bedroom, just an FYI for you guys. I believe I forgot to mention we have 9'4" ceilings in this home, creating a very grand and spacious environment to walk through. Now, these French doors are going to be an upgrade. What would normally be here for our flex space is just going to be the open archway. Now, let's say you wanted a 4th bedroom. We can change this flex into a bedroom. Now, what would be here now is not going to be an opening. It's going to be an entire wall. We just wall this off and walk with me this way. Now, our door will go here. Now, it's not gonna be right on the face of this wall. It gets dug into the wall a little bit, just like how bedroom number 1 was. And then you have the entrance to bedroom number 2 right here. If you so choose, if you're building from the ground up and you needed that extra bedroom, we can change that into a bedroom. But obviously I know a flex space is good because a lot of people work from home nowadays. So having a quiet space where you can work away from the rest of the madness is obviously beneficial for a lot of people. On the opposite side of our flex space is going to be a hallway, which takes us to our laundry room, our 2-car garage, as well as a second bedroom. And in that second bedroom, I got a little treat for you guys. Now, to the right of me is going to be our laundry room. Let's check out our laundry room first. And now, a washer and dryer are not included in this home. That is very typical to see. However, if you wanted to pick those out, you could get those through an appliance package when you guys go to build. And now I'd like to show you guys what's behind every door so your curiosity isn't left to wander. And what's behind this door is simply just going to be our AC closet. So as you guys can see, it's nothing crazy, it's just going to be our HVAC. Now we're going to step out of our laundry room. Directly across from it is going to be our 2-car garage. So let's go ahead and get a quick look at that. Now the garage we are currently seeing has upgraded epoxy floors, so keep in mind that we do have upgraded floors in this garage. And now our garage door, like I said earlier in the tour, is going to be 8 feet tall, ensuring that you guys can fit whatever truck or work van you guys may be moving in with. All right, stepping back into the home, we have 2 more things to check out down this hall. First off is going to be, now this is kind of a slight pet peeve. Now in this home, this is going to be a linen closet, our second linen closet in the home that comes with 5 shelves, giving you enough space to store all of our guest linens. Now in the other inventory home that you guys we've been jumping back and forth from, this is a coat closet. So I'm not 100% sure what's standard and what's not, but just keep in mind, it's one or the other, which is strange to me. But I would definitely prefer, obviously, a linen closet over the coat closet, as coats are underutilized. Just behind me is going to be bedroom number 2, so let's go ahead and walk in. We're switching back from our ceramic tiles onto our cozy carpets. And just like bedroom number 1, we get a single side facing window. And keep in mind, rooms typically feel a lot smaller, especially when there's no furniture inside of them. So that's why I like to include our room sizes so you guys have a better understanding of what can actually fit in here. And just behind me is that surprise. This bedroom is going to be an ensuite, which gives us an entire bathroom with a single vanity sink in our white cabinets with the nickel finish. And then we're going to have that shower tub combo, again with those ceramic tiles that are touching our ceiling. And another nice upgrade that our bathroom in this inventory home comes with is going to be the soft close. And you get them in the bathrooms as well as in the kitchen, as we will see later. Now, my apologies guys, I accidentally said that this home has 2 bathrooms. It has 3 obviously because we have the ensuite. Now, this is standard. So I love these builders because an ensuite as a standard feature is pretty crazy. That's not something we see all too often. Now, before we exit this bedroom, just behind me is going to be, again, our French doors that take us to our closet. Once again, just like we saw in bedroom number 1, however, this closet is going to be slightly smaller than bedroom number 1's closet. Now, as we continue the tour and we continue to walk down our foyer, I just want to take a quick second to say if it's a little bit dark now, it is very gloomy. We are moving into fall, so we are receiving the last of our summer showers. And again, when I got here, it was a little bit brighter, but it's been raining on and off all day. Sorry, Mother Nature doesn't care all that much about keeping our video quality looking pristine. But as we continue walking out of our foyer, we walk into our open concept where you guys are going to see our kitchen, our dining space, as well as our living room. So let's step into our kitchen first. Now in our kitchen, as you guys can see, we have an all pretty white kitchen. And I know some of you guys may be tired, so if you're building from the ground up, just know that you will be able to change these colors. Now, if you guys did want to change the kitchen and build from the ground up, there are 4 levels of design packages to choose from. And we'll get back to that. Let's talk about this blank space first. This is where your refrigerator would go. And on a standard level, our builders do not include a washer, dryer, or refrigerator. Now, if you guys have a good agent like myself, I have been able to negotiate refrigerator, washer, and dryer as a part of the deal in the past. It just depends on what you guys are looking for. So feel free to let me know and I got you. Now, our design packages, there are 4 levels. So let's say we'll start on level 1. You're going to get about 3 options for every interior finishes you guys see. And as you go up to level 2, 3, and 4, you get more and more and more options. So starting off with our white cabinets, we are going to have 42-inch uppers, and they're going to come with the crown molding. These are all going to be standard features, along with the hardware that is going to be included. You guys already saw that in the bathroom. We get the soft close, we get them in the kitchen as well, and that is going to be a level 2 and up upgrade. Now for our countertops, these are going to be quartz countertops, and that is also going to be a higher tier upgrade feature. Now the standard appliances we get in this home are going to be our oven stove combo with our microwave. And one of my favorite features about our microwave is that just above we get the range, which ventilates all the smoke when you're cooking directly outside the side of the home. And what's really cool about it is this is a standard feature, which is huge. We typically never see that as a standard feature. So I love that the builder and this community have, again, just tons of really good standard features. Now on the opposite of these two appliances is going to be our island with breakfast bar, which has our dishwasher, which is also going to be another standard feature. Now on our island with breakfast bar, you're going to have quartz countertops, as we just saw, with a single deep sink. And now with our breakfast bar, you could probably fit about 3 bar stools there to add to the seating we have in our living spaces. Now just in front of our island is going to be our pantry. Now we strolled by it earlier, so let's get a quick look at our pantry. We're gonna have those French doors that take us into our pantry. And as you guys can see, we get a good amount of shelving space, enough space to store most of our family's goods. That is going to conclude our kitchen area. Let's go ahead and walk right behind me. Now behind me is going to be our living room. And you guys are going to get those 2 rear facing windows and those lanai doors, which bring a good amount of natural light into this space. And then in our living room, we have a nice wide open area and a perfect wall situated for that 75 gagillion inch screen television you guys are going to put on. Just on the opposite side of our living room, I would say right about here in this area is going to be our dining space. And remember guys, when you have no furniture, spaces typically look a lot smaller than what they are. You have a decent open size space right here, which would be a good location to fit your dining table, whether it's a rectangular, square, or circle shaped table. You have a decent amount of space here that would work pretty well. And of course, we're gonna have the lanai doors we saw earlier, which take us to our covered lanai. And again, we're gonna get the same pavers we saw in the front of the home, right here in the back lanai as well. And you guys got a decent sized lanai here, which could easily fit a smaller furniture set along with a grill. And one thing I really like about this community is going to be the sizes of our lots and backyards, giving us a decent amount of backyard space, which is always a huge plus. And a really nice feature that our builders include is irrigation around the entire home. Not just in the front yard or just in the backyard, but you get it around the entire property, which is nice to see. A lot of builders aren't doing that nowadays, so definitely a cool feature to see here. Next up is going to be our master bedroom. That marks the end of our tour. Our final location, which is just behind these doors. Again, these 8-foot doors are a nice feature to see. So let's step into our master. And once again, we are stepping off of our ceramic tiles onto our cozy carpets in our master bedroom. And you guys can see we have that huge tray ceiling with the recessed LED lights above. And then we're gonna get 2 rear facing windows, which bring in a good amount of natural light to our master. And you guys have seen them throughout the tour. The 6-inch baseboards are going to be a standard feature, and you guys get those all throughout the home, which is definitely nice to see. Now, on the right and left of me, we have our master bathroom as well as our walk-in closet. And that's not something we see all too often. I love the fact that we get the walk-in closet inside of our bedroom versus our bathroom. And we have so much space inside this master closet, as you guys can see. A perfect amount of space for that special someone in your life to come and take it all up. And just like I said, on the opposite side of our walk-in closet is going to be our master bath. So let's go ahead and step right in. As soon as we step in, the first thing we're going to see is a double vanity sink. And you guys can see we get the quartz countertops along with the white cabinetry underneath, just like we've seen throughout the entire tour. Now to the left of me is going to be the all glass step-in shower enclosure with those ceramic tiles that go all the way to the ceiling. And again, that is a standard feature, so that is definitely a nice thing to see. I love seeing the ceramic tiles touch the ceiling. It's nice, it's nice. To the right of me is going to be a linen closet for our master. You're going to get 5 shelves, and it's going to give you enough space to store any bed sheets or towels that you will bring in for your master bedroom specifically. And just behind me, of course, is going to be our throne room. And what I like about the water closet is the privacy and separation it provides, being that if somebody's using the bathroom, showering, or brushing their teeth, washing their hands, and it doesn't interfere all that much with whoever might be sitting on the throne currently stanking up the joint. And with that concludes our tour for the day. Our master bathroom is our final destination. So if you're still watching, I just want to take a quick second to say thank you. I truly do appreciate it. After this is our numbers breakdown, where we go over loan options, down payments, and what you can expect a monthly payment to look like. So if that sounds interesting to you, I'll meet you guys in the office for our numbers breakdown. Peace. Welcome back, everybody, and thanks for stopping by our class. There's no Coach She today, just Coach Me, and I'm gonna jump straight into it, starting off with our base price. Now, our home has a base price of $439,990. Meaning you guys get to not go to a design center, you do everything in-house, but you get to pick out your interior finishes along with your structural upgrades. So I added about $20,000 to our base price to simulate what you might spend in upgrades. So we're gonna look at what a monthly payment looks like at this purchase price. We have a price of $460,000, and we're gonna go in with an FHA loan at a down payment of 3.5%, giving us a down payment of $16,100. And you need a credit score of 580 to qualify for the FHA. Now, our interest rates are currently floating around in the sixes. However, thanks to our builder, we have a fixed interest rate at 4.99% for the entire 30 years of our loan, giving us a monthly payment of $2,767. And that is going to include our HOA along with our property taxes. Speaking of HOA, our HOA is only going to be $93 a month, which is going to cover our clubhouse along with community maintenance, and the clubhouse comes with a community pool along with a kids playground. And we are going to have no CDD in this community, so those are monthly fees you guys are going to be saving money on. Moving forward, we're going to jump into our incentives for our quick move-in homes. So the two homes we saw today, these are the incentives you would get. You get the 4.99% interest rate, lowered and fixed, so that is going to last the entire 30 years or 15 years of your loan. And now that is for the FHA. Now, if you're going in with a conventional loan, you're going to have a lowered fixed interest rate at 5.49, so just under 5.5%. And you're also going to get $20,000 in closing cost incentives. So $20,000 that goes towards your closing costs. Now let's talk about if you want to build from the ground up our to-be builds. For our to-be builds, you are going to receive $25,000 in flex funds, and flex funds means you can pick and choose where you want to apply them. So if you want to use them for your closing costs, or if you want to use them for your upgrades or even a rate buy down, you guys have the ability to do so. And now moving forward, we're going to jump into our tax estimate, and keep in mind, I'm not a lender. The numbers I bring to you guys are for educational purposes only, to give you guys an idea of where to start. So with that being said, our property tax estimate is going to be around $5,000 to $6,000 for our annual tax bill. Now moving forward, we're going to jump into some more popular loans. We already went over our FHA, so we're going to talk about our conventional. And the most common down payments we see are 3%, 5%, and 10%. So at 3%, we are looking at $13,800 for our down payment. At 5%, our down payment is going to be $23,000. And at 10%, our down payment is going to be $46,000. Now let's say you want to put 20% down in order to completely wipe away that PMI. You're going to be looking at a down payment of roughly around $92,000. And the credit score to qualify for our conventional loan is going to be 620. You need a credit score of 620 for the conventional. And now what's the difference between an FHA and conventional? And it's going to be that primary mortgage insurance. That's the big main difference. With an FHA, the PMI is going to be there the entire duration of the loan, which can be a few several $100s on top of your mortgage every single month. Now with a conventional, like I said, you put 20% down or own up to 20% equity in the home, then that PMI gets taken away. Now if you need to use an FHA for credit purposes or down payment purposes, that is okay. Once you own 20% equity in the home, you can refinance out of your FHA into the conventional, and you would have that PMI completely removed. Now, before I jump into our next loan, I want to talk about our Hometown Heroes. So shout out to all our first-time responders out there. Our Hometown Heroes is a down payment assistance program that gives first-time responders, so teachers, doctors, nurses, EMTs, firefighters, the opportunity at down payment assistance. You get 5% of the purchase price with a minimum of $10,000 going up to a maximum of $35,000. And that you're gonna need a credit score of 640 to qualify for our Hometown Heroes. Now, if you wanna reach out and find out if your position is potentially covered, go ahead and give me a call and we can figure it out. Now, moving forward, we're going to jump back into our loan, starting off with our VA. So shout out to all my veterans out there. We truly do appreciate everything you guys do. And the VA appreciates it so much that they hook it up with a 100% financing loan. That's a big whopping $0 down for your down payment. And you're gonna need a credit score of 620 to qualify for the VA, just like our conventional. So all my veterans need to bring to their closing table is their closing costs. Speaking of which, remember you get $20,000 that go towards your closing cost if you're going into a quick move-in. Now, if you have any money left over after spending on upgrades or a rate buy down, then that would obviously carry over if you're doing a to-be build. And I usually calculate closing costs at a rule of thumb of 4%. However, on average, 3% is a good rule of thumb. It depends on builder and other factors as well, so I calculate at 4% to kind of give you guys a little bit extra buffer space. So at 4%, our closing costs are going to be $18,400. And that is my final segment. So thanks for stopping by, you guys. I truly do appreciate it. And I'll meet you guys in the kitchen for our outro. Peace. Thank you, Coach Me. We appreciate you as always. And as you guys can see, we are back in the kitchen. Now, as a final recap, we were in Mount Dora, Florida, checking out our builder's Longleaf. It has 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and it sits right at 2,036 square feet of living space. Now, if you're still watching, this is the point in the video where I take a quick second to say thank you, because I truly do appreciate any love and support you guys send my way. And if you haven't heard me say this already, my name is Dylan Concepcion. I'm a real estate advisor in the Central Florida area, and I go all over Central Florida touring new construction communities and homes so you guys don't have to. So if you found any value in today's video or my previous content, you should consider hitting that like button and subscribing. 1, because it is free and it helps my channel go a long way. But 2, it keeps you guys in the loop so you aren't missing any opportunities similar to this one. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.